Is it hard to work with your sister?
No, it's interesting because like our whole lives, we've always balanced each other out really nicely. I'm more, well, I'm not going to put myself down right now in front of you, but yeah, it's a really nice combination. I can't speak for her though.
No, I love it. I feel like we have a shorthand that just can't be replicated.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I think that's the way it is with siblings too, is that you also grew up in the same house and
Yep.
enjoy the same type of television and all that. And of course, Barmageddon is game show, gone nuts.
Well, I feel like I also grew up in Chris's frat house, so it was
Go.
the perfect show.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was in a fraternity and like I was talking to someone from college actually last week, and I'm like, this show was designed for us 25 years ago. And it's amazing. And I give all credit obviously to Lee, Blake, and Carson, Lee Metzger, who's the showrunner and who created the show and brought White Label in. So I always have to give him the credit.
Yeah, frat house television is probably a genre that we should just keep going. Such a fun show.
I agree. I agree with you.
The thing is that when you watch this, you're watching people who have had a few, and it's like being part of their party.
Yep. Yeah, it really is a party. It is the most fun we've ever had shooting a show.
Yeah, and it's all organic and authentic, and like, a lot of these talent know each other already, right? But the ones that don't are introduced in such an informal environment, such a real environment, which is important because Blake and Carson are as cool off camera as they are in front of. So it almost sets the tone for any celebrity that's there, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, their bromance is amazing to watch.
Do you have people coming up to you that are on the show going, well, wait, if I get too drunk, you got to stop me? I mean, do you have little humps like that come up?
That's my job.
Well, tell me a little bit about doing that. I mean, no, you don't have to mention any names, but I'm sure that there's, a point where you have to go, wait.
You know what? Everybody is pretty self-aware. Like they have just enough to let loose and have fun, but not enough to black out and make mistakes.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But, to her point, like, look, all these people are adults and if they're performers, like they've been drinking for a long time, so they know how to manage it. And again, walking into such an authentic set with like real friends and stuff, like you have no choice but to walk in and have fun.
I would think your crew has to be absolutely top notch to follow the action in all of this.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. They are such a fun bunch, and they have fun from the day they start to the day they finish. I think one of my favorite parts is when they create the shots for the Wheel of Redemption.
Oh.
I mean, just from the ingredients, like one of them was called like, hairy nuts or something. And I mean, they're so creative and so disgusting and so funny.
It is. And like to both your points, like, look, Adam Vetri directs it, who's done like car chasing shows, Amazing Race. So some really big movement shows. So it's perfect because he comes in there. And while this is quick, fast paced, it's not to that level. So he just nails it and brings in his best guys. And we're very fortunate to like not only work on a show that is so fun, like I said, in front of as well as behind the camera, but like work with such a great group of people. Nobody's drama, everybody's kind, and like it got picked up at a time, I think it was just after COVID, so everybody's really grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, and it's really true escapism television, because you can sit there and you can watch it, you can identify with what's happening, you have a ball with everybody. And it's almost really, as I said before, you're sitting in their living room, in their little game area, and just playing along.
Yeah, I classify it to myself, and again, having been in a fraternity, like it's family viewing, because like the kids can watch the games and have fun and like not necessarily know what's going on at the adult level. So it's like something I can watch with Steph, my kids, and my mom, and like everybody enjoys it for a certain reason and aspect of it.
Who's the one that introduces new games to the show?
I think a lot of those come from Lee.
Yeah.
Lee and Blake spitballing and Carson just having like a really good time. That's how the show originally started too, is all about like that cornhole and that experience and stuff. But we'll just get random texts now and again that are just absolutely hilarious.
Especially when the names are already picked. Like, here's the thing. Steph will pick we'll throw out some names too. I'm less creative, but like I watched Blake on Jimmy Kimmel. I think it was like 2 nights ago, or maybe a Friday or Thursday, but nonetheless, it's not necessarily pertinent. He talks about how it started, and it was him and Carson during COVID, backstage in The Voice when nobody could get near each other, and they'd go play drinking games. And then they called Lee Metzger, who's our mutual friend, and he's like, "Well, I don't think you can do a cornhole documentary, but what about this?" And Lee is such a doer and a go-getter that like once he takes a hold of something, like he gets behind it and makes it happen. So like Lee, talks to Blake and Carson every day, multiple times a day, and then pitches them ideas, and they all get on the same page. And the ones that all three of them like, you've seen the show.
Well, Carson is a genius when it comes to television. He really thinks in visuals, and you need that for this. You can't have any really talking other than just blurting, I think, in a show like this.
He's also an amazing bartender.
He knows his stuff.
He does.
And like he's been a live TV host for what, 30 years?
Yeah,
like
most of his life.
He knows how to react, when to interject. Like he's a pro. He's like, the Seacrest type.
Yeah, he also gives leeway to anybody that wants to talk. I mean, he's not the joke. I mean, he allows the other people to have the best of him as well.
Yeah.
I reference that live TV thing again. Like that teaches you so much, and it's such a hard talent to like understand, but also grasp unless you've done it. And like him, Seacrest, they've been doing it for 20-30 years, be it on TV or the radio. So like he just knows timing as well as comedic timing.
Well, what do you think audiences enjoy most about the show?
Oh my gosh, what do they not enjoy? Well, we definitely have drinks served the whole time. It's right there at Old Red in Nashville on Broadway. So the energy just alone is outstanding. I don't know if you've been, but it's just music is blasting everywhere. Everybody's so stoked to be there from wherever they came from in the Midwest, California. Everybody came there to have fun. And then they find our show is shooting and they come and they have the most fun. I know, oh my gosh, I don't know Blake singing is always just, tingles, just the excitement in the air is contagious. And
they call it Nash Vegas now.
Nash Vegas is
and like you're getting
the best way to put it.
BlakeShelton,
yeah,
like Steph said.
Exactly. They're all because all those stars' names are on the bars. And then when you actually see one walking down the street and walking in, I mean, they lose it. It's so exciting. And it's so infectious, so it just the energy builds up. Everybody's super pumped.
Yeah.
And then they get like the entertainment behind the scenes where they're missing shots and basketballs are ricocheting everywhere and the air cannon cornhole. And I'm telling you, the Wheel of Redemption shots are just gag worthy and hilarious.
Tony, you have to come down next time and take a shot.
I'd be happy to.
There you go.
I was just in Nashville not too long ago, and
Great
I love the vibe in the town.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, I mean, would you guys consider, or has there been talk about taking it on the road a little bit?
I think the marketing team for NBC did just that. They recreated a few of the games and took it around the country to use as a marketing thing and to really get people engaged. Because I think that's something, in addition to the celebrities, I really love seeing celebrities interact and perform and even more so a little authentic on this show. But like the games are so fun.
Yeah. It'd be
fun have a Barmageddon Olympics.
Sold.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but they've opened or they're about to open a big new Old Red in Las Vegas that looks amazing, and I can't wait to get in there.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
But Stephanie, I, as we wind up, I'm going to give you the last word.
That makes sense.
Can you tell me a little bit about the special coming up with with the Backstreet Boys, a Backstreet Christmas.
Oh my gosh, this is the Backstreet Boys Christmas special. It's absolutely amazing. Some of their friends come on. Gosh, Chris, what was your favorite part of that one?
Look, I'm such a boy band fan,
Yeah,
Tony.
cute,
So
cute.
like it's my dream to have done those.
Yeah.
But like they sing the Christmas songs, a couple of their favorites, like that are our favorites.
Yeah,
Their
their
and
Christmas album's amazing.
and those five in particular, because I haven't seen the other boy bands in a while, but like those, it's just you remember like how in sync they are. Pun intended. Because they've been together forever. They've been performing since they were kids,
Yeah.
in like 30 years, I think. Like it's amazing what a shorthand they have, and,
Yeah.
and how quickly they catch on to each other.
Yeah, they truly are best friends, and they work so well together and just have amazing ideas and just put their whole heart into it. And I think that really comes across on screen.
Yeah.
I hope that this becomes a franchise. I'd love to see a Menudo Easter, just sorry.
No, as long as we're part of it, I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on Barmageddon. I hope it runs for 20 more seasons. It's such a fun show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we'll see you season 3, right?
I'll see you hopefully in Nashville, and I'll see you maybe in Vegas if you bring the show out there for a couple of weeks. That'd be fun.
That
That
would be
fun. Yeah,
Fingers crossed. Let's do it.
exactly.
Yeah, you can't do it here in Salt Lake. I'm sorry, they just unless it's before
We'll bring
it's
our
6 p.m.
4% shots.
Yeah, and nobody's going to get happy. You guys take care.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Tony.
Nice to meet you.